Okay, here we go. Episode three of I don't even know what I'm gonna call this yet. It was supposed to be a green heart emoji podcast. Then I went with Antoine's Uploads. Definitely that's gonna be the name of the shorts channel, which I've already started, as mentioned last week. Uh, However, I don't know if that's gonna be the name of the podcast itself. I must say, this podcast idea is really liberating, honestly. Like, yeah, sure. So, for context, a bit of behind the scenes, right? Recorded last time was 24th of April. Today I'm recording 11th of May. So, wow, over 2 weeks difference, right? Uh, so how's it liberating? Wouldn't I be thinking about, oh shit, I should make a new episode? Well, yes, but at the same time, because I enjoy doing it so much, it's like it's not even that big of a burden. It is a burden though, but it's a burden I enjoy and I've chosen upon myself. Unlike a lot of the burdens that have been imposed upon me before, those I cannot deal with properly. Those are actual burdens that make me really want to end my life. Yeah. So yeah, the demons we choose, the fights we choose, uh, there are a lot more bearable than the ones imposed upon us. So yeah, that's such a great start to the episode. Hi guys, how are you today? So yeah. Yesterday, so okay, a bit of context for what I'm about to enter into right now, which is I still play Dota, Defense of the Ancients 2, the predecessor to League of Legends, whatever, it's a whole thing. Anyways, and every week there's a little cup. It's called Battle Cup. 3 games. You like a team of five versus another team of five. It's like you and your friends versus guy and his friends, basically. But it is random, so you get matched with another team of five. It's not like organized 5v5, like 10 people in a lobby. No, you can do those. Those do exist, but Battle Cup is like by Valve themselves. Like it's a feature. And my friends really like playing Battle Cup because so there's two different ways you can play Dota. You can either go into a lobby, even if you're with a stack of five, right? Even if you're five dudes. Uh, you can choose your own heroes, you can choose strategies, and you get to pick the heroes or the characters accordingly to your plan and all. Like that's fine. However, in tournament modes, such as Battle Cup or official tournaments, either, I mean as well, it's called Captain's Draft. So you have one guy who's the captain, which is different from regular drafting, which is you just pick your hero. Every single player picks their own hero, and we have sets of heroes that are banned that do not that we don't want to appear in the draft because it's like over 120 heroes at this point. Long story short, usually I'm drafting for my team, which I really enjoy. So I get to ban the heroes that we don't want to play against, and I also get to choose the heroes that we want to play. And yesterday, I'm gonna be honest, it was me and my friend Streliex. He's from Latvia, hence the name. It means arrow in Latvian, actually. Anyways, or Archer, actually. It's Archer because his name is Arthur. Yeah, now I remember. That's pretty cool. Yeah, so me and Archer, I mean, me and Arturs, um, with two random guys who seemed very like energetic, and they were like looking for the best team and shit like that. It was pretty nice, actually. They were very enthusiastic in the beginning. So me and these three random guys plus my friend formed a team real quick. We called it Pick Up Team because when you want to select the name of the team, it says Pick Up Team, and then I put the logo of Navi because let's fucking go Navi TI1 champs, the international. We'll circle back to that. Yeah, so yeah, we won yesterday's Battle Cup. So we won the first game, which qualified us to the next game, the semifinals. We then won the semifinals. That game was about 58 minutes long. First one was like a 43. Second one was like So on average, our games were like 45 minutes long, including the 58-minute game. That one was a bit, there was a bit of controversy in it because I bought an item that I thought was a good farming item, farming as in collecting gold and resources. It is my job as a position one, which is the highest priority hero in the game, to get gold. I think I'm rambling too much about Dota. It might not be appealing to my listeners. Then again, this podcast is for me, and whosoever wishes to listen does so on their own volition. Nice. Got there. So yeah, just to wrap it up real quick because I want to. We won the cup. So we won the first game, um, won the second game, and then the third one. The third one was annoying for me specifically because they picked one hero in particular to uh to counter mine, and they did. But then we had such a like the other heroes on my team were so not countered that they were able to create space for me to do my job, which was honestly very satisfying. Yeah, it was a very satisfying run yesterday. So yeah, I'm pretty happy. I was pretty happy about it yesterday. Honestly, I woke up today also feeling energized, revitalized. It was pretty nice. That's why I mentioned it. This whole thing was just to say that I'm energetic today. I feel good. Feels like a good point in time where we are for me. Other than that, yeah, I'm just spending a lot of my time watching reels and playing Dota and Fortnite, which I'm okay with actually. I mean, obviously, I'm thinking like low key. I'm thinking like subconsciously it goes like, damn, I'm wasting my time. But in reality, I mean, I feel like being in Saudi Arabia the entire time is being wasted because I mean, I just want to leave and so I can actually start my life elsewhere. This is every moment here is pain. So trying to make as much as I can to not make the pain be permanent damage or basically I'm trying to not to go back to where I was before, which was honestly emotionally irresponsible towards myself. So I used to like basically like mentally punish myself for not going to the gym, for not thriving towards being happy. But in reality, I like even back in the days where I was a student, which was way worse than where I am now. At least now I have a job and I kind of know what my life is like, right? Not right now. Not right now, I'm transitioning from my old job to my new one, which is a whole hassle that I'm honestly not even ready to get into yet. I guess tomorrow I'll have to. Anyways, I need a sense of direction for the new job, which I don't have yet. But yeah, back then it was way worse. It was way worse. Yeah, like now, with a salary, with a sense of direction, with a purpose. That's the word I'm looking for, sense of purpose. At least I know what my job is. At least I know what my function in society is, and I know that I'm being productive in that function and I'm doing well enough, and therefore I'm achieving something, a step in the right direction. So yeah, I would love to be able to go to the gym again, but due to my old work not paying me my salary, I had to go into economy mode. Like the problem with gym is that sure, I need to pay the initial amount, which would be over 3 months, right? So if I pay now, I get access for 3 months. Fair. Like it's an investment, you would think, which correct it is, but also in order to get to the gym, I either need to drive the car, which is a hassle in itself. I don't like the car or how people drive here. But I think it's not too bad because the gym is actually close. Anyways, it's like besides the point. Or I'd have to go by what's it called? By taxi. In order to go by taxi, it's going to cost me a certain amount every day. Long story short, given that I haven't been paid my salary for 2 months and a half, I'd rather mm, economize than spend. And that includes things that I want to do. For example, I'd like to go out and have a coffee somewhere, but that'll cost me money, which like you don't know. I have shit to do. I have some plans in the future that need money, and therefore, like I don't spend now. That way, in case I don't get any new money afterwards, um, I know I'll have what I have right now to be used in the future in my plans. Basically, I'm planning a trip in July. Obviously, you need money to plan a trip, but that's kind of the point. Like, I know that with what I have now, regardless of what I'm owed, if I'm paid nothing from what I'm owed, with what I have now, I can still make the trip in July and like be satisfied with it. On the other hand, if I go around spending my money on taxis, of all things, that's a waste. So yeah, I'll sacrifice a bit of gym now so I can have a trip in July and actually like feel alive again. I'm okay with that. It's a price I'm willing to pay. Yeah, and it's not even that bad. Like, sure, I'm not getting buff again, which, one of my regrets in life. But it's also like circumstances, like it's easy to say I regret not going to the gym, but in reality, like, could I? Would I have been able to? No, that's why I didn't. And I really thought this podcast would be a lot funnier than it ended up being. It's just a therapy session between me and myself. It's crazy. How do I feel about that though? I'm a little bit disappointed. I tend to be a funny person. I don't necessarily think of myself as a mainly serious person and then also kind of funny. I think I'm mainly a funny person and then can be serious if need be. This is disappointing. I'm disappointed. But at the same time, yeah, that begs the question, why be funny? Because you want to alleviate the pain, and there's a lot of pain and therefore a lot of funny. I guess I am. I guess that does mean I am a serious person, mainly, predominantly. Ah, I used this word last week as well. Ah, I wonder how I'll be posting those. I think so. Again, another peek into the curtain. I mean, I may as well give you a peek into the curtain on the third episode, given that I started the whole thing with a 6 minute rant of Dota, right? This should be like a way to salvage this episode, let's say, for those who persevered. So basically, the way I'm doing this is I'm recording. I mean, I set myself a goal of 10 episodes because I don't want to force myself into a schedule where I have to like record once a week and then I post that whatever I recorded the same week. Because this is meant to be liberating and not debilitating or limiting, right? Unless this does well and becomes a way for me to earn my living, then obviously I'll take it a lot more seriously. Until then, this is just a hobby, and I'm still doing the stuff fun. Clearly not. This is more than having fun. This is a literal therapy session. So either way, regardless. Uh, yeah. So by this point, if you're hearing this, I would have had at least 10 episodes under my belt. I mean, in my mind, it's like 10 episodes is a very arbitrary thing. It could be like seven, eight, nine, 10. Why is six afraid of seven? Because seven, eight, nine. No. It could be 11, 12. I could never post these at all. Point being, if you're listening to this, there are many other things you can listen to similar to this. My phone opened up by itself randomly. Oh, okay, notification. Right. So that's the idea, right? And I like to think that I'm a person who is prepared in general, hence why I'm preparing several episodes before posting them. Maybe I'll even edit some of them, but I don't know. Probably not. Probably not. I mean, definitely the shorts will be edited because they will be edited out of the main full episodes. So yeah, basically what I was gonna get to again behind the scenes here is that I saw that the first one was like 23 minutes, first episode, and then the second one was 25. And now I kind of also set the the goal of the episode being 30 minutes. And I think an average of 30 is fine until I'm more clear about what the template will look like. Because there really isn't like, I mean, I'm sure there is a million guide for podcasts. I mean, definitely there's a million guide. Everyone wants to guide people. Um, I don't like being guided. I like being given an idea, but I tend to prefer doing my own thing myself and then learning from my mistakes because everyone makes mistakes and everyone has learned things from their mistakes in their thing. It could be podcasting, it could be whatever it is, right? I'd like to learn my mistakes for myself from my own thing because this is my podcast for me. I'm doing for myself first and foremost. Um, and therefore, I would like to be able to do it my way. So if it is affected by others from other people's perspectives, I'm open to suggestions naturally. Always, I'm always open to suggestions. However, um, the main suggestions I'm open to are from myself until further notice. So that's what I will be going with. Until further notice is important because even maybe even after this episode, I decide, all right, I'm going to change up a bit of the format, like that's the cool part about being very malleable with the format. Like that's exactly what I'm going for in the first place. But it doesn't hurt to set certain goals. Like maybe today I'll be so I mean, in general, podcasts tend to be an hour long, right? Hour over an hour sometimes, which is nice because it can cover a range of topics. It can cover a range like target audiences. I was watching a video the other day about how the best thing you can do now is long form content because people just go to sleep, and that allows YouTube, and I assume other platforms as well, right? I don't even know where I'm gonna upload this. I'm assuming YouTube. Either way, it allows YouTube to spam a lot of ads while people are sleeping. Therefore, videos that are like 4 hours long, just in general, do better than videos that are 10 minutes long, etc. Um, Here's the thing, I don't give a shit about that. I'm just gonna say what I have to say. When I feel satisfied, I'll stop. I could just stop right now. I just have more to say. Um, Bonus, I always have something to say. So, wow, yeah, I'm imagining a 24-hour marathon. Wow, imagine someone being held captive with me for 24 hours. What a lucky and or unlucky person, depending on your perspective. I feel good or bad for them. Yeah. Yeah, controversial. I'm getting too controversial here. I know. Crazy. Yeah. Quick break for me. Water, yeah. So I was gonna get a water. I usually bring one of my waters up with me. It's usually the one that. So I always have one water in fridge, and that's usually the one that I bring up with me. So up as in the room upstairs where I record these. For now, I have an idea for the future, but that's like way down the line. That's fine. We'll see in due time. Um, I haven't uploaded any new shorts yet. I mean, also Nabil hasn't commented on the one that I did upload yet, which was interesting. I don't know if he saw it even. I mean, it is a bit disappointing because he asked, like he literally said, "Oh man," just like he even said the word with emphasis, like to be clear, like um, but yeah. But yeah, that's so like I haven't uploaded since because I it's like honestly it's a hassle to edit because I'm editing on my phone. I'm doing everything I'm trying to do everything on my phone just in case. Like moving forward, I'd like to simplify it. I could include my computer naturally, right? Start editing there, like the record. I could have a whole setup, but like that's the whole idea is I'm trying to simplify it as much as I can. And I'm pretty happy with the solution I have, which is I record on my AirPods onto my phone, and then I edit it with iMovie. Dude, there's a lot of peeks behind the curtain in this episode. Wow, this is gold mine. Anyways, I edit with iMovie for the shorts. That's how I did it the first time, and that's probably how I'm going to do it moving forward. I also used for context. If you saw the short, there's a small drawing there. That's something that I drew myself. That's my new. So that's my new two new avenues that I'm going down in, which is going down and going down on. So the first one is this, the podcast you're listening to it right now. Welcome to my avenue. The second thing is yeah, painting. So yes, painting usually implies colors, right? I just don't have those yet, and I don't want to commit to having paint yet. So I'm just using a pencil instead until further notice again. So once I'm ready to start painting, then I'll just use those, or maybe I'm just gonna record the episode with a camera, or I don't know, something like that. I mean, that depends on how I do moving forward. Again, the first 10 will be recorded here in the piano room. Um, Again, I have an idea for the future, but that is for the future. Like, I'm not ready to go there yet for that. I mean, let them pay my salary first, then I'll see what I'll do. I will eventually, once I've fully gotten rid of this contract, I will probably start talking about it. I mean, I'm pretty sure I'm out of it now, so technically I have no legal obligation towards them anymore. However, there's some steps that I'd like that we need to take. I mean, as I said, I haven't been paid my salary and I'm out the company, which means, I'd like to be given what I'm owed. At least try to. I'm not, I don't expect. That's why I want to keep what I have, the money that I have left, because I don't expect them to pay me what I'm owed. I don't expect anyone to pay me anything until I see it in my bank account. I expect it to be, out of mind, out of reach. Can't be used, can't be depended on. Um, but it would be nice to be given what I worked hard for. That's a good feeling, I think. It's retribution. It feels like victory. I like fairness in life, and that would be fair. If I want to be really fair, the last month in that company, I don't think I earned because at that point I knew I was going to be out of the company. It was just a matter of logistics. So if I'm being very honest, sure, they could not pay me that month. However, given the amount of pain and suffering and, well, I don't want to use the word trauma here, but the way that they were treating us and honestly the customers, the clients. Um, yeah, there's some level of compensation that I am owed, and that's something that I truly believe in. Now, are they going to pay it? Probably not, but I can probably count the second month I spent there. And also, it's a legal thing, right? I am owed the contract because I was working there, I was clocking in, I was doing my job regardless. Even though I wasn't fully committed to doing my job, I was still doing it. Um, Therefore, I am owed that amount. Okay, yeah, I feel good about being given that money again. It was a question of doing my job versus feeling like I wanted to do my job. I didn't feel like I wanted to do my job, therefore I didn't feel like I earned the last amount from the last month. However, on the ground, practically and physically, I was actually doing my job, and therefore, yes, I do deserve it. I wasn't exceeding my expectations of my job. That's why I didn't feel like I earned it originally, which was how I was working before. I was exceeding the expectations for my work before. I was actually doing much better than anyone expected, which is why this heightened the expectations for quote unquote upper management. That company didn't have any sort of management, my man. That's why I quote unquote that shit. But yeah, I'm at 24 minutes. Again, like today, I went to this episode and I was like, huh, I don't know if I'm gonna have enough topics to talk about in the episode, but I mean, lo and behold, here we are, 24 minutes in, 6 minutes away. Is it six? Yeah, 6 more minutes until I reach my golden mile. So there's a reason I said this. I'll get back to it though. until I reach my goal. So the Golden Mile is where my brother used to learn piano. He got ABRSM certification there. I mention this, of course, now because the piano's on my right as we speak. Um, so it's very easy to mention that. I always thought that my brother liked pianos, liked playing the piano, and would enjoy being a maestro, a composer. I think he still does. It's just that he's on a new path now. It's like history buff and stuff like that, which is I'm happy for him. But I don't see why he can't do both if he enjoys both. I think it's nice that he's got some set paths for him. I mean, to be fair, when I was his age, he's like 19, 20. I also did the same thing. At 19, I went and studied pre-med. It was biology, but it was intended to be pre-medical studies for 2 semesters and a half. I say half because I just didn't show up to the finals in my third semester. I literally just didn't go. It's like I was studying for them. I just ended up not going because I didn't want to. I knew I wasn't going to continue. Honestly, in retrospect, I love that move. Well played, 19-year-old me. I think I was maybe 20 at that point. Yeah, I was probably 20. I don't know. No, I was 19 actually. Good move by me. I don't regret it. I like that I did that. Um, it is. I do feel disappointed, and I feel like it's unfortunate that I ended up going into business, even though like business management. I think is that what it's called? Business management. Yeah. But I do like that I went into business management, but with emphasis on entrepreneurship and innovation. That is something that I am actually interested in. So it's not just pure business. It's business in regards to small and medium enterprises as well as new projects. I guess there's a bit of project management in that, which I think is nice. But yeah, I don't know. Does it actually matter if I'm gonna end up here now doing what I'm doing now? I guess life experiences. I mean, there weren't really that much experiences in that. I mean, I started in Dubai, which I don't like Dubai. Maybe now that I'm older and I have when I'm less insecure, that's what I want to say. Dubai might be more enjoyable because I know what I want. If I do end up going there, I know why I'm going there. It's probably not because I'm going there, it's because my friends want to go there and I'll be joining them. Or, like it's because I would be going for other people and I actually know the area. I know Dubai. I know where to go. I know the places. So it might not be that bad in retrospect. But if I go there myself, yeah, I can. I just realized no, there's no reason for me to go there myself. It doesn't really make sense. Like it would be because others are going, either my partner or my friends. Like that would be the reason why I'm going to Dubai. Um, or family, I guess. But you get the idea. But yeah. So from Dubai, I was able to go to the UK, which I always say this. UK is like mini Lebanon. Not because it's obviously it's not smaller. It's not smaller, but it's like the community and the culture in the UK felt like it felt in Lebanon. But like if you minimize a window, you're not watching it full screen. That's what I mean by mini Lebanon. That's how it feels. Like I don't know if the idea was communicated accurately, but yeah. And I'm gonna be honest at this point. Probably honest with myself on this. My time in Lebanon was the best time I've had in any country. I've lived in 4 countries. Yeah, four. So I started off in Lebanon. I was too young to remember that. Moved to Saudi Arabia for like starting school. Petite section, grande section, moyenne section, probably even CP. Um, or did I start in Lebanon and then move to Saudi Arabia? Yeah, I think that's what happened. Yeah, I started in Lebanon, moved to Saudi Arabia for like when I was a young kid, CE1, CE2, CM1 probably as well. Uh, for reference, that's how we call them in French. It's like grade 12, grade 11. No, sorry, it's like grade 1, grade 2, grade 3, and etc. Right? Um, yeah, so I started in Lebanon, went back to Saudi Arabia, and then we came back to Lebanon which was the best time of my life. The second time I came back to Lebanon, which is when I met George, when I met Gerard, when I met Alan, Mark, David. I mean, the whole boys, the whole group. I'm sorry if I'm leaving out anyone. Jamil, I don't want to leave anyone out, but I mean, Oliver was one of our best friends initially. Me, George, and Oli would hang out a lot. Man, it's the whole thing. Riyadh and I were close, but I don't think that was a healthy friendship. I'd like to see what happened with that guy, actually. I'm probably gonna see him in July. I don't know, we'll see. Um, yeah, I mean that time was I was depressed, but man, I really had a lot. I had everything at some point, and then I lost a lot, but I still had more then than I have now. But I guess without losing this, I wouldn't understand that I wasn't actually being myself fully. I was limiting my own potential. But yeah, I don't know if these days would ever come back. I think that's it. That's peak life, that point in time. And I don't think, like now that I'm an adult, a working adult in society, I don't think I feel the way people told us, which is, oh, this is the best time in your life because you don't have responsibilities. I don't mind responsibility. If anything, I welcome it. I feel like I don't have enough responsibility at the moment. Um, but the reason I do like those days is because all my friends were around me. They were near me, walking distance, literally. I mean, some of them were driving distance, but if we walked enough. Yeah, I had everything I needed, which is the homies. But I guess at that point I was too scared. I wasn't confident enough to be able to expand beyond just the homies. You know what I mean? Like I wouldn't have been able to talk to my crush, which is a thing that I need to talk about with myself later on. That's probably not going to be on the podcast for a while. 32 minutes. Yeah. So yeah, it was a very nice time. Like the highs were high, the lows were low. Um, we had so much fun. Like I had a lot of fun in the UK, but the highs of the UK were never as high as the highs in Lebanon, but the lows were lower, which is why UK is mini Lebanon. Like it's not as good and it's worse, but it is way better than Dubai. And now I'm starting to realize that's even better than Saudi Arabia as well. I mean, I've realized a long time ago, actually. I didn't even want to leave the UK, but circumstances. Hopefully I go back. I mean, honestly, at this point, somewhere. Anything but the Middle East. Technically, Lebanon is in the Middle East, but is it really? Only geographically. Yeah, that's the idea. Do I want to end this now? I'll end it right here, right now. Oh yeah, one more real quick thing. Right now, there's a. Well, that's how you know that these are pre-recorded, right? Right now, there's a thing: 100 gorillas versus one man. So, in my opinion, I think the 100 gorillas would win versus the one man. I'm joking. Obviously, it's 100 men versus one gorilla. Um, Here's the thing: unless these 100 men are trespassing in the territory of the gorilla, or there's incentive for the gorilla to attack, they tend to be pretty peaceful. They're mostly intimidations. I mean, as far as I know, I'm no expert. But 100 men would win 100%. I mean, I've seen some experts, and there's some people who have opinions, but I mean, there's a reason we would win in a race against horses because we have much higher stamina than a horse, and therefore we also have much higher stamina than a gorilla. So yeah, I don't know why I wanted to mention that actually. I kind of cringe at the fact that I'm referencing a pop culture point, and that is very relevant to the time. It's probably not relevant by the time this is out, if it ever goes out, you know. Yeah, 35 minutes. It's not bad. All right, peace.